Okay, now it's loading. Now it says you're live. Okay. So I should be live right now. Yeah. God damn you, OBS. I hate you so much. Okay. Yes. Yes, I'm live. Hello everyone. Today we're talking about set 19. We will be discussing, the release, the impact on the metagame, what to look out for, because set 19 is releasing tomorrow everywhere except Europe. I think everywhere except Europe. That's a bit sad for us. But still, yes, we'll be discussing that. And there is another topic that I want to talk about for set 19, and that is a hypothetical scenario in which if red gets addressed, will set 19 cause a shift in balance of power when it comes to colors? That's what we're gonna be talking about. Hello everyone, welcome, thank you for joining me. So yeah, I think we'll wait just a bit more before we dive into the video. I'm not even sure how am I gonna start with these slides, man. I really hope it works this time. Yeah, and I have adjusted chat, so this time I can actually reply faster. At least that's what YouTube says. So I still need to check on the other monitor. Yeah, awesome. Let's start. I think this is a fine time to start right now. Okay, first off, for set 19, does it look good? That's one of the biggest things that I've been thinking about set 19 ever since we saw all of the spoilers. What do you guys think of set 19 as a whole? Like, to me, as I wrote here, the set itself feels very much like BT15. Like that's my feeling. That's my vibe when it comes to set 19. I think that like there are some gems. Obviously, we have covered almost every single archetype in the set, and I think that like Gohan and Broly are, in my opinion, a step above the rest. Android 13 is amazing, but other than that, I think that like it really gives me some set 15 vibes. Like Slug, not super sold, but I have a higher opinion of Slug right now. But then you have like Piccolo, Fat Gotenks, the Saiyan Trio. Those are Gogeta. Some might argue that Gogeta isn't even that good. I still believe that it has potential, but like it's not as bad as set 15 was. What's your opinion on set 19? Do you think that it looks good? Aside from the obvious winners of the set. Let's say the set is a bit of a tough sell, but I think that the general gist is that it doesn't look as good because of Gogeta and Sin. But then if you just remove Gogeta and Sin and Red from the equation, in a world where Gogeta and Sin don't exist, then you have like set 15 looks a bit better. It is 19, Jesus Christ, is a bit better because now you have Android 13 in the mix as well, because Saiyan Trio is still like bad. So you have Gohan, Broly, Android 13 being the best decks in set 19. Special rares, I think special rares look great, but I'm not feeling the choices other than the Broly one. And secret rares are amazing. So does it look good? I don't know, man. Like I think it feels like set 15, but it's mostly because what Red is doing currently. but I won't be talking about this much more. But what I will be talking about is, let's discuss what's good. What's good in set 19? So obviously, I think this video is more useful to... Oh my god, Nino, is that you? Hello Nino, welcome. I'm so glad you've managed to make it. I'm so glad you managed to squeeze some minutes in, man. So, when it comes to what is good in this set, this more concerns the US audience than it concerns us in Europe, because we won't be facing these decks on our finals. We will be facing Gogeta and Sin, just like everyone else is. Just like everyone else. I'm hyped for Piccolo this set. Piccolo, do you consider playing it like, will try with like archetype, or will you be, like mixing with set 18, or just as a general good leader? Because I think that Piccolo is a very good yellow good stuff leader. That like you can really mix it and just play like generic yellow plus some in archetype things, and it's going to be strong. That's my opinion of Piccolo. Can Gohan beat the red decks? I think Gohan can beat the red decks. I think Gohan is better than... Controversially, I think some might not agree. I think that Gohan is better than Gogeta. I think that Gohan is insane. I don't think that it's better than Sin. I'm not sure, but I think that Gohan is definitely... Gohan is faster than Gogeta, and because everything is 19k, okay, that doesn't matter anymore because Violent Rays got nerfed. But Gohan is... You saw the breakdown that I did, like, this guy, Gohan, can swing 7 to 8 times on 2 energy. Gogeta can still defend himself, but I think that Gohan has the upper hand in this matchup. Plus, it's blue. It's blue. So even if Gogeta stalls you out, you spam Dirty Burst. You spam Kai. No, not Kai. Jesus. Shin. You spam Shin, because in Gohan you can play Shin every single turn. If you want to really meme on your opponents, play Shin every single turn. And then just shut their deck down. But I wouldn't go that route, but for memes. Piccolo is really good with yellow good stuff, yeah. Doesn't need the new archetype, then what's relevant for the meta. It's got so many tools. Yeah, Optimus, I agree. Piccolo is a great good stuff leader. Definitely. The other aspect of what's good on this slide is Broly. I'm putting all of my eggs in one basket when it comes to Broly. I think that Broly is phenomenal. I really think that Broly is phenomenal. Broly is, in my opinion, Broly is better than Gohan. I mean, Broly isn't better than Gohan. Broly has an easier time beating Gohan than some other decks will. Mainly because of the board wipe. Because Gohan will always spam the field. So your board wipe is always active for 1 energy, and then you just slap him. You kill Gohan on clapback. That's how you deal with Broly, but I'm not sure. I'm not super sold on a lot of other things in the set. Piccolo, yeah, is an good stuff leader, is amazing, but I think these two are going to be the biggest meta contenders. Yeah, Sin is still a more problematic one. It has so many tools. Sin can say no to so many things you want to do. Sin looks like a yellow deck. Sin looks like a yellow... Well, it's incorporating the worst aspect of yellow. Your counter is gone, man. Sin is... I'm happy. I'm happy because of Sin. I'm happy and biased. I'm happy for myself because I have missed buying the yellow Sin. Then I bought by the time I tried to buy it, it was super expensive. Then I bought in early on pre-orders. I bought the black one and it ended up being bad, and now third time was the charm. So I'm a bit biased when it comes to Sin. I personally feel it's more of a problem. Really? How come? Because like I think, so sure, I think that both Sin and Gogeta are here. You know, they're super close. But I think it's a bit of a preference at this point. Some people say that Gogeta is better, and I've heard some very good players say this. So, but everyone's saying like it's super close. It's pretty close right now. Sin didn't get really hit on the ban list, but Gogeta also just plays Omen of Awakening, so they're still they're each other's worst enemy currently. These are the any potential leaders. Gogeta has bigger push turn, but Sin can do it every turn. Yeah. Sin can push you every turn, and it can also remove all of your stuff. That's why Sin is so dangerous. And if he's swinging for a game, he's negating your counter. So these are the any potential leaders. So out of all leaders, plus Piccolo, of course, these are the ones that are, in my opinion, are like very good, can be very good. For example, Android 13 is amazing. I'm pretty sure that Android 13 has a lot of potential. I'm not even saying that this is a bad deck. It's not a bad deck, it's amazing. I think a bigger problem with Android 13 is that Gogeta and Sin exist. And people will try it out, and then they'll just go back to Gogetas. Right now it's Gogetas. Jesus, they're multiplying again. But Gogeta's hand size is massive. Yeah, Gogeta has a massive hand size. The other one, when it comes to like, hey, does this have any potential, is my biggest question is actually the Green Gogeta. Like, do you guys think that now enough time has passed for people to try out Green Gogeta? Do you think that it has potential in the end or not? I think it has potential. I think it's just not as good on the high end. I think that the middle end with Goku is a bit lacking. Vegeta is a bit better, but then the high end is Boss Monster is remove barrier for one energy. The other one triggers your leader. I like that one. And then like you have the Z leader, which is worse than the Awakened side in my opinion. So I think Gogeta has potential. I think people are a bit sleeping on Gogeta. It has Green's main problem. The engine is too big. Yes. It needs something to facilitate manipulating Z energy. Yeah, because all of the Z energy that you are using is basically going into your Evolve, guys. But on this topic, because I forgot to add this to my slide, because I have prepared so well for tonight, is speaking of Green and Green's problems, it looks like we might be looking at Green's new identity with first the Fated Rival combo. Now Jiren shows up, the Jiren Z Battle card, and now Green is like currently focusing pretty well on removing stuff from Unisons. And I want to say that it's okay that Green has a direction, that it has like some semblance of a direction other than just bad, but I think that it's a little too late. I think that the newest direction for Green, which is killing Unisons, which looks to be killing Unisons, came, a bit too late. It came out, more support came out in the same set as Black Smoke Dragon, which just scared away all other Unisons from the game. So, thanks. And I guess I'm not sure. Like, I don't like the newest remove stuff from Unison. If we didn't get Black Smoke Dragon, I would say, like, okay, fine. Like, this is cool. But right now, I think that that next set, everyone's gonna start moving away from Unisons. I cannot see Unison sticking out. Yeah, it's Unison color. Yeah. The SPR and Gohan being one of per box, basically guarantee they won't buy sealed this set. Which is a shame because the chances of ICR is always one. SPRs and Gohans being one per box. So only one Gohan rare per box. Was it the same for Iconic Attack rares as well? I'm not sure. Hello everyone, we are right now on 15 viewers according to YouTube. 17, okay, that's nice. Hi everyone, we've just recently started. We are going over things that have some potential from the newest set, and we're just about to touch Lord Slug, King Piccolo in yellow. I wanted to bring this one up because, like, it's not bad when you put Super Namekian in it, and you have the Anguilla, you have two Anguilla free drops that make the deck much better, and I think that Slug actually has some potential. I'm just not sure whether that potential is tied to Super Namekian just existing, so Slug is good because Super Namekian exists, or is it like it can be a 40k double striker if he awakens, but then again, the clause that says that things need to have specifically one combo cost, I think that's really, really harmful for the deck. But I think that out of the two yellow decks, Slug might end up seeing some play. Maybe, like minuscule percentage more than Piccolo just at the beginning. And will it fall off or not? I'm not sure. Our best player, Ivan, who got 5th place at the Zenkai Cup, told me that, like, you're sleeping on Lord Slug. Lord Slug is amazing. So I believe that Lord Slug has some potential. I'm not a yellow player. So, wait, I'm checking comments. Sincharon hand size is massive. If you just drop all and re-add them to your Z energy, that's it. We can draw 6. Consistency. It's all confirmed from now. It's confirmed now from openings. Iconic Attack rares were similar, and they were really expensive until reprint. Yes, Tarkara, you are right. They were expensive, but it's the same thing that I told people in the Market Watch video. Is these Gohan rares they aren't protected from reprints. They will be reprinted at some point, because we saw the same with the Iconic Attack rares. So if they get too expensive, just wait, like 2 tournament seasons, like 2 promo pack seasons, and then they'll probably get reprinted. They'll get reprinted by the end of next year, I'm sure. There's another little thing about these setbacks. Every SPR didn't have a foil in it. Apparently the secret that is loads of sealed boosters on eBay. Wait, secret rare replaces the one SPR. So people probably say that's a bit weird, the distribution. That's a bit of a weird distribution. Didn't open the rest of the box. Yeah, that's gonna cause problems. But my advice is never buy sealed product, random sealed boosters from the internet, or boxes from sellers, unless they're in cases or unless you're buying from stores. Most of the time it's just people opening stuff. But talking about secret rares, what do you guys think? What's the best secret rares in the set? How do you feel about secret rares in this set? Both like from playability and collection wise. What do you think? I think that, like, Cumber is cool. I don't think that Cumber will just see a lot of play. Then again, next set we might get Cumber as a leader. There are some hints that we are getting Cumber as a leader. It might still be Fu instead, but Cumber is coming. And if Cumber can look for Saiyans, can look for... What is his trait? It's Evil Saiyan. No, this is the character name and his trait is Saiyan. If he can search for Black Saiyans as a leader or as a part of his engine, then like Evil Saiyan is actually pretty decent. If this happens, of course. Checking. Wow, the whole time I had to reload the YouTube video for this whole time. I was still waiting for you. Oh man! Yeah, it's YouTube doing YouTube things, Slasher. For sure, you never write unless you mind. Apparently, Cellmax is getting an updated Q&A soon. He needed. His wording is a judge's nightmare. Yeah, Cellmax is a bit weird to judge. That is true. Is anyone here doing a last minute judge application? I know that for the European finals, I know that they're still looking for judges. They should still be looking for judges, judging by the email that... A lot of judging. Judging by the email that I got a couple of hours ago. And if you are available to judge at the European finals, you will be nicely compensated. That's what I know. And I won't be judging. So too much pressure. But Cellmax, I think Cellmax is going to be the... I think Cellmax is SSB Vegeta, he's Baby Hatch, he's all of that for green now. Because for depending on the Q&A, depending on how he's ruled, when his abilities activate, how when you remove and everything, once we see the updated Q&A, there is a lot of potential that this guy will actually be, like the best green secret rare. Definitely. Which leads, to Gohan, which I'm not really sure. I think that you don't have to judge the one at the upcoming. You don't have to be a judge. That is true. You don't have to be a judge, apparently. But no, not me. Not me. I that's too much pressure for me to judge such an event. Well, that takes your life is a bit much, but it almost confirms that they won't overtune green because they can always so you can get so high. So sure, I think that green existing kind of confirms that they're not going to overtune green. When it comes to Gohan, I don't think that Gohan. I like Gohan. I don't think that he will realistically see any play outside of the Beast Gohan deck. I don't... it's not... It doesn't mean that Gohan is bad. It more means that Baby Hatch is so good. Then, it's just... Every time we see a blue secret rare, like the SSB Kaioken one, which just came out last set, it's always like, this is cool, this does a lot, this has a lot of potential, but then again, Baby Hatch. So, Baby Hatch is really gating these secret rares, which leads me to think that when it comes to design of Beast Gohan and Blue secret rares, maybe they should, just like Gohan, be more archetype focused than just like in general. Because if you create a generic Blue secret rare, Baby Hatch is definitely better than whatever you can create, unless it says win the game. Like victory strike on play or something. Because yes, I have seen this. Okay, moving on. Which deck do you think? Okay, this is for nationals. This doesn't concern us in Europe. This concerns the US nationals, which are on the 2nd of December, I think. I know that something is on the 2nd of December. Should be. Need to check. Hey Mateusz, how's it going? Are you testing Piccolo for the finals? Yeah, it's gonna be, I think, 2nd of December, 3rd of December, somewhere around here. December 34th. Thank you very much. So, what do you guys think? Which set 19 decks will end up seeing play at the nets? Considering, let's entertain the idea that there is no emergency ban list, because I don't think that there's gonna be any emergency ban list, any emergency errata, nothing like that's gonna happen for the nets. So it's going to be like red, and then I expect Gohan and maybe a bit of Broly. But what about rest in the nets? Of course, the standard green, Jesus Christ, the standard blue. So SS3, Beerus, Remku, all of that jazz is going to be represented at nationals in the US. If I shut up, that means that I am looking at the chat. Play Gohan Superhero, Piccolo Super, Android 13, and Magenta. Yes, Magenta, of course. No, I don't think Magenta is legal for nationals. Magenta isn't a part of the set. He's a promo card that you can only get at Zenkai celebrations. So, is Magenta legal for nets? I'm not sure. Chedokolo will not be on nets, but I will play something Namekian. Okay, Mateusz, looking forward to seeing what you're prepared for the night, for the finals. Magenta leader is a promo, yeah. Unfortunately, Magenta is going to take a bit of a break from nationals because Magenta needs to make his glorious debut at the World Championship, of course. You know, like as I've said twice now in the Magenta video, Boss has standards, and Boss's standards are super high. So he's going to appear on the World's finals, not on nets. That's too low game for Magenta. People will be playing Broly BR too. I keep forgetting about him. Namekians at nets. Yes. Mateusz is going to bring some Namekians. You guys, everyone is screwed, man. Speaking of finals, chat, are you how prepared are you for the finals? Like, have you been preparing a lot? Do you think that you are, approaching the state where you're ready, or is it like not remotely close at the moment? And I can say from my end, I am definitely not prepared at all for the finals. Okay, I'm not remotely prepared for the finals, which is why I'm going to play like a deck that doesn't require that I'm prepared at all, and then we'll see if I can top with it. I'll probably be joking around, but yeah, I want to see like how prepared are people for this big event. By the way, if you haven't seen, you can also buy multiples of premium anniversary box now. So that's new. That's like very recent information. And I need to check what else I have here. Yeah, the big one. I'm gonna give you just a minute more, and then I'm switching now to the big one. Okay, guys. The next slide is the big question. Shift in power with set 19 in the picture. Let's entertain a scenario in which red gets gutted on the ban list again, in which an emergency ban list happens and we have set 19. Which colors do you think will rise? Due to BT19, of course. Blue. Yeah, definitely blue. Yellow and green. Yeah, green has a very, very good chance now thanks to Broly. I think green is definitely going to see more play. Yellow, yes. Yeah, I can definitely agree with yellow. Blue is currently in the, if red gets gutted, blue is doing the best, doing best at that point in time because of like dirty burst and everything else, and the ramp package and everything else that blue has. I think that if Bandai is completely gutting red, I would like to see something taken away from blue. Although green with hand destruction, yellow and green have better blue matchups. That is true. That is true. Blue Unison is terrible. Yes, Blue Unison is terrible. Blue Unison Blue Unison can go rot in hell for all that I care. Blue Unison should get banned. Or limited to one. And Jakub isn't here in the chat, so I can say that as much as I want. Anyway, yeah. I really hate Blue Unison. Blue, yellow, and green almost triangle format. And I'm a blue player. And no one is saying black, man. Like, oh god, I remember like when we were joking how green was awful and non-color back when Gogeta Xeno existed in the format. And now, like, it's all just like no one even bothers mentioning black anymore. That's pretty damn sad. Blue Unison must go. Yes, Blue Unison has to go. Remember, black was good. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Oh man. Well, black is getting a good Saiyan leader. Black is getting a very good. I think. I'm not spoiling anything. I think that black is getting Cumber next set, although it might be Fu, but it is getting a good black leader finally. That's what I think will happen. But will a good black leader actually save black? I think that in order to save black, the next leader, which is like Cumber, hopefully, or Fu, whatever, the next leader that comes out needs to be absolutely amazing, needs to be insane. And if you have seen the Cumber card that was revealed, I think it was from the Zenka Cup, the black one from the newest set, I'm afraid that black is gonna get another like weird gimmick, like give stuff to your opponent and give them servant and stuff like that. I just wish black was just like straightforward again. Like it's turning into green with all of these gimmicks. Bunison is good, but not that great anymore. I think it needs to stay for now. It can stay for now. The BT10 black will back in full power. I think full leader. Black needs better staples. Yeah. I'm like 90% sure Magenta is legal for Nets. We need Tercara Magenta is a promo card. He's not a part of BT19, unfortunately. So I don't think that people will even physically have Magenta by the time Nets rolls around. Next black leader needs to be Oob. No? That's an interesting take. And give some love to older decks like the Migra. You know what black actually needs as well? Black needs good Z-Battle cards. Because black doesn't have like Z-Battle cards. It has, what is it? It has the Migra that doesn't do anything. And I think that's basically it. I mean, it has the Vegeta, but Vegeta is generic more than anything else. So, yeah. I think that that's the consensus that we have. So green, blue, and yellow stepping up to the plate once red gets gutted. Okay. The next slide is supposed to be, like, hey, thanks for coming and stuff like that, which I'm not gonna put up now. By the way, 20 viewers? 18. Hello everyone, all of you who are just joining us. We are talking about, you see, the thing on the screen, basically. Oh man, I've been woefully unprepared. I've just been spending the entire day spend the entire day playing Pokemon. Agree, I think Gogeta should have been like Zettelka. Yeah. But with this right now, I wanted to shift to. Do you guys have any questions? Basically, let's just talk in general. Pretend that there is nothing. Actually, no. Just do it like this. There. That is the next screen, because the other one is thank you for joining, and I don't want to chase away people. Let's just talk. Do you have any questions, comments? I'll try to keep up with the chat right now. So, but it's said not tournament pack promos. Magenta releases the day the set drops. Isn't Magenta in the holiday? Isn't he for the holiday event? Or the newest, newest Zenkai holiday event? Whatever that is supposed to be. Like, but I wanted to ask you, because finals are coming and we just published the video, and I want to get a bit of a feeling for my viewership. How many of you are planning on playing Gogeta BRX on the finals? I can't believe that Red got machine gunned on the ban list, and then we got more red decks. It's like, Bandai, please touch green next time. Like really machine gun green, and then maybe we'll get like a rise of green decks as well. The release event is from November till December. Oh, okay. So it is possible. How do we bring red down without blue running rampant? The best way to bring red down without blue running rampant, well, other than improving green, I think that, like, as we have discussed previously, yellow and green have a better matchup against blue. So they can keep a blue in check, while blue is... I'm bothered by this black screen. While blue is... busy fighting red. You know, like, with red gone, yellow and green can keep blue in check, I think. But it also depends on how you touch red, because I'm no longer convinced that you can properly balance Gogeta and Sin. Sin you can balance. I'm no longer convinced that that Gogeta can be balanced anymore. I am really not seeing this. I think it needs to go. What deck are you playing at Nets? I'll be honest, I haven't prepared for Nets at all, and I am in so much... I have so much left to do for the lookout and the channel. By the time Nets rolls around, we still have a couple of videos that I need to record and everything. Plus I'm doing something else for Nets as well, behind the scenes, but I won't have time to prepare for Nationals, which really doesn't leave me with a lot of options for what to play. Which means that I'm going to play the Gogeta BR deck, because I don't need to prepare to play this deck. I either win by turn 2 or I lose horribly. Problem solved. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. I've missed a couple of... Magenta is legal for US Nets. Okay, then Magenta takes Nets, no problem. Best way to bring red down is black and blue, in my opinion. And green as well. As a yellow player, some sort of blue top ends is scary to me too. You just have to live with this, they kill it. No. Except black's dead. Yeah, black is dead. Black is pretty dead. It's not Gogeta, it's not red generic stuff that's breaking the game. It's kind of just archetypes. Yeah, it's the archetypes. The generic stuff is Yamcha was touched recently. I mean, like Yamcha was limited to one, but Yamcha had the counter window problem where he can remove Union Fusion and EX Evolve stuff, and that was the issue with Yamcha. But I think that like removing Yamcha had really hurt everything else in Red. Violent Rays is also wasn't a problem in my opinion. So I think that the archetypes, I definitely agree, Yurson. I think that the archetypes are a true problem in Red. I think green more deals with blue, yellow deals with green. Yeah, green deals amazingly with blue right now with unison removal, so that you can just toss away the blue. That's helping out a lot. And hand destruction. So with the little hand destruction that green has, well, magenta does hand destruction better than green does. So guys, wait, I must go for now. See you on nets. See you, Mateusz. See you. I'm looking forward to seeing your next Namekian deck. So for the rest of you here, what are you playing? So I own 47 and I test them as much as possible. Oh man, 47 decks. All of them optimized, you don't... Okay, of course, not fully optimized, but... yeah, like very functional, that's what I meant to say. Currently, I don't hit a red. Sin Shenron isn't as potent and before, but Gogeta is still good. But other red decks are dead. Yeah, other red decks are dead. And that's why I would bring back... I would remove Yamcha from Limited. I would keep Yamcha at 4. I don't care about the targets for Xeno Evolve, targets for Union Fusion, if that means that other red decks can actually see play. Like, that's fine. Because you don't have as much EX Evolve, as much Potara Fusion, that Yamcha is actually a problem. It's a problem to VG2, and that's good. Let it be a problem to VG2. If I'm being really honest, it sometimes feels like Dread Devastator is the real problem. Yeah, Dread Devastator I think is the real problem with Sin. Especially Dread Devastator with Haze is a problem. Because then you just give him crit. And that is 20k double strike critical turn 2. That shouldn't exist, you know. That really shouldn't exist. Yamcha needed to stay. He needed to hit specifically Gogeta and Sin Shenron. That is true, because now Spaceship is bad because what happened to Yamcha. Jiren is bad because of what happened to Yamcha. Jiren is worse because of what happened to Yamcha. Every other red deck which doesn't want to play a free drop Unison is bad. Mono Blue for life, man. The second they didn't nerf SS4 Vegeta ramp, well, yeah, you'll go and play Mono Blue. You will have amazing matchups then. Like if you go with Mono Blue, you're gonna have a great time at our finals, unless everyone else just shows up with red instead. Well, but which I expect to see. I think that European finals at least are going to be red. But that's it. Make the Haze read it the same as Oceana's deck fixed. That is true. Haze should just get an errata with the same text as Oceana's, problem solved. That's it. Sin is still strong, but it isn't uncontrollably oppressive. So we'll hang up for like 10 minutes more, just to discuss these things a bit more, and then I should be off to finish whatever I am secretly doing behind the scenes. Make Haze read the same as yes, I've seen that. With now when it comes to green decks, I think with everything we might actually see, some KP seeing play as well. Gotenks is gonna see a bit more play. That's gonna be interesting. I'm trying to figure out the yellow spice for Nats. Yellow spice for Nats. Well, You mean like specifically against red? Like I assume specifically for against red, right? Definitely play like I would, in expectance of Gogeta Exodia BR decks, I would play Release from Evil. I would play like Final Flash, but none of that is really super spicy in yellow. It's funny that as a mono blue player, the thing I'm most dreading is Magenta. Slug and Vegeta Unison. Probably gonna be some Piccolo. Go with Garlic. Like, kind of ironically, go like full spicy, go with Yellow Garlic. Yeah, nothing really undiscovered in yellow. I'm just going for the meta. Yeah, nothing. I think yellow has been really tried in every way imaginable. Like, yellow is one of the best colors right now. Set 17 Piccolo. You should talk to Mateus. He's an expert in set 17 Piccolo. Man fought Eggman. Man, I ironically took set 17 Piccolo to fight Eggman on live stream against Red Saint Shenron. That was very brave. Slug and Release from Evil is about as spicy as red can get right now. Yellow can get right now. That is true. Some yellow doesn't have a lot of. I would say that like green is relatively spicy because green is so unexplored right now. I built a deck recently, which is Winter Trunks with Piccolo Superhero. It's very aggressive, but you need defense. The upcoming meta cooler will make it super. The upcoming meta cooler is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I just wish that it was for green as well. Just that it had, line of text if your leader is meta cooler or yellow. I would have loved it if it helped the green one as well. I have set 17 Piccolo maxed out, got 4th at Store Champ. Nice. Congrats. Set 17 Piccolo. That's really spicy. Your spice has to be the Bardock Ape deck. With no well-earned races that can slam the board with 20k monkeys. Oh, I'm biased against Bardock Ape. I'm a bit biased against Bardock Ape. It doesn't have any protection still. It can attack a lot with monkeys, but it doesn't have any sort of protection. But it is definitely yellow spice. Or underrated, I should say. Oh, underrated, sorry. Agreed, love set 17 Piccolo. He said that blue making Boo Unison hit barrier cards is a little spicy. Part of me being on the set 19 Piccolo is that I'm maxed 17 and 18 and I'm hoping third time is the charm. Yeah. Third time, I think third time is the charm for we don't want Piccolo to become another Bardock screw later, basically, that we need to have like 7 of them until one of them is actually amazing. So I really hope that like the train of red Piccolos, if a red Piccolo came out, that would be probably insane because it's in red. Or the trend of yellow Piccolos every single set needs to end next set, or just like give the final 4th one that starts as like orange Piccolo and he's amazing. And the biggest problem with set 17 Piccolo is that there was really no reason for those 1-drops not to have barrier. Like there was no reason for them not to have barrier. But, well, there was a reason. A good portion of them is in green. And then I think that this next set I may rebuild Soul Striker. Okay, this is interesting. Before the errata, I topped oftenly with it. Well, Soul Striker was the best blue deck before the errata, but without that awakening, it's very meh. However, the new support for blue makes it have potential. The dual attack Piccolo, true. Promo Android 17, amazing card. Gohan free drop. Yeah, the Soul Striker, I mean, Blue in general got a lot of support right now in this next set, in this upcoming one, with tournament packs and everything. But going back to Soul Striker, that's a bold move. That's definitely a bold move. Like I personally wouldn't touch it. I don't think that it can be as good as it used to be. I don't think that, but no, can the Gohaku Z leader go over Soul Striker as well? I'm not sure. It's just like stupid ideas in my head. I definitely think that the upcoming set lends to generic blue builds. Special blue and Soul Striker House is good. Well, for sure. Guess Vegeta and Z deck helps him awaken. That is true. Vegeta helps him awaken. Beerus in blue decks. The Beerus Z battle card is amazing. It's very good. I wouldn't say amazing. I think that it's just like it's solid. The yellow cooler from TP is pretty good for set 19 Piccolo. Yellow cooler is great. Yellow cooler is, man, I hate when Bandai shows up and takes all of these amazing cards and puts them into TPs. But yellow cooler and that android are so good. Although when it comes to yellow, when it comes to the next set, the promos, sorry, not the next set, I'm actually looking forward to trying out Helku, to giving Helku a shot again. I loved Helku when he came out. I used to play Miracles in Magic, so to me this was like, okay, this is amazing. Never really took off. Not sure will it take off with the newest Vegeta card. I hope so. Oh, I really hope that Helku takes off. But like that card is very fun. The deck is very fun. If you can get it working. Unfortunately, it's a lot of hoops to once he awakens. Insane. If you can sequence him properly, it's insane. I love that all the best cooler cards are generic yellow staples with no synergy for his deck. Yeah, I think Bandai gave up on the cooler deck, on the yellow cooler. It gave up, but they still try to keep him alive. My locals died again. Oh, Takar, I'm sorry to hear that. So look forward to never having TPs again. It sucks to hear that, man. Wait, TPs. Maybe if we get online tournaments going again, like we used to have with Card Market monthly tournaments. That was amazing. And if they can give like tournament packs at those as well, that would really fix the issues of locals dying. I know that I'm not gonna host them, but like I hope that Raid and Trade will, because they hinted that we might be getting more of them in the future. The online ones. You know what I want to do? I want to see become a higher tier for green Meta Cooler and green Turles. They had potential, but they just missed the mark. Well, Green Turles was amazing when Green Turles came out, when you could play five super combos in it. No, Green Turles was good. Green Turles was good when he came out. It was a strong deck. It was always rogue-ish. It was never a meta deck, but it was pretty strong. I think that now we have Z decks. Bandai can let hand destruction be good again. True. Because it's not an auto loss to have 0 cards in hand. We'll see, Optimus. We will see how good will how helpful will the Z deck be once Magenta shows up. Because like Magenta is insane hand destruction, and then like I think then we can judge like is Z deck helping a lot or not. Wait a second. I really hope we get more online tournaments. I loved when we had like what was it? It was every month we used to have an online card market tournament. That was awesome. That was so great. Granted, we were all misplaying green turles. That is true. Is Magenta getting people to be zero in hand? Haven't tested against the boss yet. It's complicated. It's not impossible. It's not impossible to get someone to have zero cards in hand with Magenta. It's more of a you really need to set up to do this. And one of the issues that I have seen in the current red metagame with we can say Gogeta, for example, with Gogeta having like 15 cards in hand and you're playing Magenta, the best way to regulate these big hand sizes is just putting the Vegeta Z-Battle card that knocks from more than 10 down to 10 when you play him. But the issue is that you need 2 blue energy, and you don't want to have 2 blue energy in Magenta, because that means that you just gave up 2 very good deck pieces. Just sacrifice them to be able to play Vegeta, so then you can regulate to 10. And then let's say that you are if you're starting on a semi empty board, or let's say on an empty board on turn 10, on turn 10, on turn 4, you knock down your opponent to, let's say, like 10, you can probably get them down to 0. I'm not sure are you able just to flat out 0 them. You can probably 0 them if they swing into you, and then you just follow up with playtime's over after you've dropped like 4 cards on your turn. Then you can 0 them probably. But just like proactively 0 them, other than blue, like I don't think that Magenta has the fuel to proactively 0 the opponent in the current metagame with red having such huge hands. The deck lacks critical, and the only critical in Magenta is also like the robot. So the majority of the stuff that has villainous, like Turles and Bojack, you don't really want to keep attacking with them. After you can swing like turn 2 to get in some cheap hits, but after that you don't want to keep swinging with them because nothing has critical. That's the issue. But then you just sacrifice them to robot because they have unique, and then robot gets critical, and then you just replay them back. Then that's an option. I've missed a bunch of things. Disagree. Hand destruction is too difficult and risky for a card game like Super. If there's going to be hand destruction, it should be heavy plays like 170, but then for every color. Well, there are tools to fight hand destruction, like Daboras. Cell never took off. Well, I mean, Cell took off a bit, and then everyone said the Dabora, and then Cell was sad. So, hand destruction isn't as good in Dragon Ball as it might appear to be. Just in any format that has a sideboard, and destruction falls flat, because if it's remotely good, everyone is prepared for it. We had the tournament here in Europe, the one that Reddit took. I think it was Raid and Trades on 8th of October, online tournament, and Reddit's won because it was no pre-side best of 1, and then you just ruffle stomp with the hand destruction deck. So when it comes to those sideboard formats, hand destruction is still struggling because everyone is prepared for it. It can catch someone off guard the first tournament, but that's basically it. You know, the moment there's a hand destruction is in the meta, it just goes away. Checking. I think that's a fine place for hand to be. Let's win game 1, then have to with the dice and making real game plan. Yeah, this was nasty, but the problem is that the deck either die out because lack of support or overtuned like Cell was. I agree. Deals with sides, yes. So we are, oh my god, we were on 19 to 20 concurrent viewers the entire time. That's awesome. Let's put this slide in. Thank you everyone for joining us. Like I took like an hour to stream. I love hanging out with all of you. Next time we'll be hanging out is on finals. It's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on finals, to seeing as many of you as I can. It's gonna be a great time. It's really gonna be a great time. I think side events look amazing. Thanks for being a great love. Oh, you have to look out. Thank you, Optimus. Thank you. Well, guys, that's it for tonight. It could have been a bit more prepared. That one's on me. But next time hopefully we will discuss Nets after Nets is over, or maybe we'll just wait for the American Nets to finish, because then we will have a lot of talking points once the American finals are over. Hope to meet you at the finals. If I versus a fault for you. Oh man, looking forward to meeting you too, Slasher. So thank you everyone for joining us. Yeah, wait a sec. What? Bro, how is set 19 already out? I still don't have set 18 boxes or any box yet. Set 19 is out in the US. It's not out in Europe. And US has a release. US has the release event tomorrow. That's what I know. What happened to 18 boxes or any box? I don't know what happened. I don't know, Dreamer, what to tell you. Only US gets real love from Super. We're hoping to change that. We're working to change, to bring some change to the love that Europe is getting. But that's all that I can say for now. So thanks everyone for joining us. It's been great seeing all of you. I'm from the US. I haven't been able to buy set. Oh, you not being able to buy set 18. Well, set 18 got really sold out in the US. I remember that boxes went for like 150 at some point because of the God Rare. It got sold out on pre-order like immediately, and then people started dumping them back to TCG Player. Yeah, I'm sorry. We've all been there, and even in a different situation, I would not give 150 per box, man. No way I would give 150, and now it's sold out. And I don't follow US prices, but I believe that singles are super expensive in the US, right? At least like things from set 18 that are staples like Sin and Gogeta. I imagine that this is expensive over in your region. You know what needs love the most? Oceania region. They are non-existent, but it was not chatting, mate. See you at the finals. Well, yeah, Oceania. It was nice chatting with you too. Oceania. I think Taka Games is for Oceania. I know that they have a TO and that they've had a lot of problems. That's what I know from the main group. But anyways, guys, I need to run. Thank all of you for dropping by, and I'll see some of you at finals next Saturday. That's gonna be awesome. Well, this has been it for the stream. This has been Damien from the Lookout, and I'll see all of you next time.